doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Transer duel video. So I'm going to try out my burn deck against a pretty good player here with the Rescue Cat. It's probably going to be pretty interesting to see. I made a lot of changes to the burn build that I was playing, and I hope that the camera and whatnot picks this up well, because I have it sideways, because if you put it vertically, it gives off, like, it just shows, like, you know, the pieces of it. You don't want it that way. You want it sideways generally. I used to make that mistake, but the way the camera has it is weird. Nice. So I threw in the chain strikes to give this an interesting flair here, and it's looking pretty decent. There's probably a card I really need in here, but I can't think of what the card would be called. So that's, you know, my own fault, but there you go. That's basically, I know there's a way to just burn all the way through, but I can't think of the name. I mean, there's gift card. I mean, all I need to do is play like gift card and nurse and all that, but that's kind of a slightly different build, so maybe I'll play those in the side, and then kind of for the side deck, I'll kind of side them out and whatnot. Side into it, kind of like make my own type of build here. So I can just go for the scapegoat here because I'm not normal summoning or you know, under duality or whatnot. But theoretically, you could flip, and then you're like flipping a bunch more. I don't exactly remember what cards you do. I mean, there's Pass the Destiny. Well, that'd be a card that you'd want to play. So that's one of the main cards I'm missing. Like, that's a huge one. But, alright, here we go. I'm not sure how long I'll be live here. I just kind of got the idea. I was like, well, yeah, I might as well go live. It would be better than to try making excuse me here. I'm trying to think of my words and think here. Instead of doing the videos, just because, I mean, obviously. By 500 for each monster. Oh, wow, yikes. Does it do piercing too? Oh, of course he does piercing. This is like the newcomer, a Nasty Grass, whatever you know him as, on the channel where we would do it. Name's Dalton. And I told him, I said, well, let me see if you can even beat me with your Ancient Gear deck, and I'll play my GOAT format deck. And I ended up, it got to the point where I just did Scapegoat like that, and then he made his Ancient Gear monster with 4,500 that does piercing and can attack everything, so he could do 18,000 damage, and I had nothing to stop him. Like, oh, I guess that's how that works. Do I just Threatening Roar here? And kind of wait and see? Yeah, what I need is like Pass the Destiny. And there's got to be something else I'm missing here. The problem is, I don't want to just Threatening Roar to do it again. So, unfortunately, I guess we're both taking the damage. Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't even realize how much damage he was about to take there. Dang, if this was just like any other card. I mean, if this would have been like Pass the Destiny, I could have had a chance. Pretty sure Pass the Destiny existed on here. Please, be my guest. Be my guest and lose. Yeah, I didn't calculate that in my head exactly how much damage was about to go off there. Bye. That went way quicker and way easier than I thought it would. Nice. I like that it went off once. You know, whatever. Let's have some fun with this. Against a pretty good deck, I would thought. I mean, when it said Rescue Cat, I thought it was going to be like X Sabers or something, but it didn't really seem like it. Let's work our way up. Because I don't want to deal with that. I always had a soft spot for this water deck that basically, like you could normal level 5s and 6s as level 4s and 3s. I always liked that idea. Kind of just overwhelm your opponent with attack, as long as you had Legendary Ocean and whatnot. I really tried hard to cut all of my cards out of here that weren't really top tier, like 1-for-1 cards. I cut like everything I could think of because, gosh dang it, I misplayed. This is easy, like 2,000 damage I didn't need to take. Well, guys, this is how you misplay. So I reckon let's figure it out. So I guess the point here would be you want to ring before you judgment here. So I'm going to probably just quickly ring something. Yeah, I probably should have went Swords Revealing Light here, because you never know. I do have the Threatening Roar, though. Okay. That's cool. You get a free summon. Oh, man, that's annoying that I did that on camera. Okay, so he's going to be taking 15 here. He's going to end up on 2 monsters. I want to judgment, but I need to ring. If you don't understand why the whole ringing thing is one, I don't want to take a bunch of damage. I'll take it once and that's it. And then I've got my life points down, because this is the main problem I'm going to have. If I were to judgment here, my order of operations, I would have weakened my life points and I would have hurt myself worse by ringing later, if that makes sense. And I think I was supposed to activate the Threatening Roar first, because now it doesn't do anything. My bad. Busy thinking here. See, if I had a warning or something, it'd be dead now anyways. Basically, he's going to have to hurt himself more than anything. And then I'll just desserts and we'll go from there. Is it to set or activate from hand? Okay, I'll pay the 5. Now I'm in the threshold where he can just attack and win. But that's not happening. Hello. This game is very strange about timing and whatnot. I lost a game because of however it's played. I mean, in real Yu-Gi-Oh, at least now, we don't play that way. I've never really played that way where it's like that. Okay, so you can remove from play such summon during the end phase. I mean, if it was an MST, I would let it go and then I'd MST it, but I don't want judgment. That's fairly foolish. Excuse me. Oh, man. I think what he's trying to do is he's emptying his board so then he can get a bigger monster out of his hand off this thing. That's gotta be it. I assume the computer's smart enough to figure that out, but Don't know. See, that's weird because I would think you could do multiple at a time, but I reckon since this started a chain maybe or whatever, this is, you know, in the way type deal. There's no two ways around it. I apologize if the camera was shoddy. I'm in all kinds of awkward positioning right now. And this should give me the game here. Just show off a bit. I have no idea what's going on outside right now. Okay. I get what he's doing, kind of, sort of, but it's not really helpful. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, my positioning's all messed up. My arms, like, my left arm's holding the camera up because I didn't get to or take the time to actually set up the camera. I don't know what happened with my time here, honestly. Like, I uploaded between uploading, between uploading and waiting to upload, it's been multiple hours. Been home for a little while here, and I got a lot done, frankly. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Okay, pay your other 500. I don't think secret barrel's enough. Now secret barrel's probably enough. Opponent's number of cards. Okay, he's definitely got 7. Yeah, he's definitely got enough for a game. I'm gonna judge me, you judge me! I was watching a Jaden duel when he was dueling against the Jinzo guy, and he just flips a solemn judgment on his Call the Haunted or whatever. I go, what in the world? I don't remember that happening. It's kind of disgusting. But yeah, that was great. Okay, so I reckon there's a massive improvement on the burn strategy. I reckon that's probably going to be my burn situation at the moment. And we'll go into a different thing here. Actually, if you guys just give me a moment here while I'm thinking about what I want to do, I think what I'm going to do is try to set up this camera in a place that can be seen. Okay, device is locked. Yes, I understand that. Okay, still good. All right. Well then, I don't really have anything to prop it on. I have one thing that comes to mind, and it's empty, and it's right in front of me here. So what I'm going to do is I need a case. That's what I used to do to set all this up. And take off the zoom in. Of course, it's going to be in the situation where it's like you can't really get it perfectly. It's either too much or too little. You just can't get it the way you want it. See, that's not what I want. And this probably won't be what I want. I mean, that's fine. I'm thinking of a lot of things, frankly, right now. I'm trying to kind of record here, and I wanted to work on something while I'm doing it. So, thank you guys for checking out the video again. Hope you guys are having a good day. While I'm just playing around with this, trying to get it right. It should have been done off camera anyways, but that's how it goes. Is what it is now. See, I've got it. I can't really keep it up here. This is generally my problem. Okay. That's probably the best we're going to get, guys. See, I do much more, and it has a whole fit. Okay, guys. Thank you for being patient with me there. I'm going to move my seat back a little bit, put my feet up, and actually enjoy myself a little more instead of making myself uncomfortable in a pretzel. So, let's see, what deck do I want to try out? This is my old barrier statue build, okay? Play that one right now. I was upset because the barrier statue build I worked on for hours and then it didn't get saved. Here's a Kaiba deck. Actually want to make like maybe the Kaiba structure deck or something similar to either Kaiba, Yugioh, Pegasus deck or something on here and just kind of play through it. And everything up to 5Ds is active, so there we go. Let's play some Exodia. Let's not think anymore. I enjoy having a break. Do some writing or some lifting or something here in the meantime. Okay. You don't really want to open Blue Eyes. This is not the Exodia build I generally play. It's not really my favorite one, honestly. It's just, I don't know. It's very hit or miss with the Dragon Draw. I've always kind of had a problem with Dragon Draw. Excuse me for just a second here while I... Okay, so you got your spell and your monster. Yikes. You gotta try it, right? You gotta try for the library. Nope. Nope. Don't want that. I don't want any of them, really. I was going to try to thin the deck out a little bit and do it, which would have been probably smarter, but then I would have had 3 cards and draw 1, and it's just weird. Really, if I were to get... Well, I guess I would have had to put it in attack because he's over 21 now. I wish this card said something like the equipped monster becomes 0 attack. That would probably be ideal. Okay, so we're just going to do the generic play here. Search, search, search. Get some bricks out of my hand. Yeah, I could have gotten about 5 cards out of the deck and then duality. but whatever. Noticing I'm kind of misplaying here, but it's alright. Let's get the other, let's get the last, or not the last two, but a couple more bricks out of the deck. You know, white stone's going to be important just to live. I don't want to just go into the void just to get rid of my 4 cards. If I draw a trade in next turn, it's going to be wild. See, you got to be kind of conservative about it. Okay, so taking 41, so basically I have to draw something to stop them or lose. 8,000 really isn't a lot of points. It's really not, even for this. Oh no, the Citadel. Okay. I mean, that actually, if he doesn't get another monster, survives me a turn. I'm just going to risk it. Okay. You can have another 1,000. That does me nothing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dragon Draw, really. Never really been that big on it. I think there's just better ways of playing it. Yeah, we knew this was a possibility. And that's it. Well, that was a quick game. That's how it goes. That was fun, though, at least. And that's really the point. Yeah, I don't want the Dragon Draw Exodia. This is more my style. If you guys have any requests on any decks you want me to play up to March 2010 format, I'm more than willing to give them a try. They can be joke decks and be whatever. Just send me in the comment section just whatever you want me to try. And this is a fantastic hand. I wish I went first, but you know. Oh no, he has the ocean too. Making him over 21. Hey, Gaga, or Giga Gaga Gigo. Yeah, that's a bit annoying here. This means FTK. You go all in for the FTK. That's pretty much what the deck does anyways, but that's what we're going for. Go terraforming. I miss the days of going terraforming for chicken game. Draw a card, get a counter, continue. Okay, now you lost that, but you already have Giga, so it wasn't really too big of a deal. Maybe I should have tune tabled instead of terraforming, but it's alright, I guess. I think it's gonna be okay on that front. Don't really want to draw. Okay, cool. Just, one of the best cards. Alright. Whether that be in this deck or really any deck. I agree. It just is so crazy that they banned it so long ago, and now it's like the game just keeps getting faster and faster. It's just this card is kind of one of those in theory that didn't really do a whole lot inherently wrong. It was just the way the game is just too much. I love to have it back and see what happens. I mean, nowadays it's obvious what would happen, is what I'm saying, but my point would be um, it's more the game's problem than the card's problem. I'm sure I'll get some kind of people arguing with me about that, but you know, that's how they do. Okay. Really gonna be drawing what, 4, 5 more cards bare minimum here. Um, not big on doing that yet. Another option I need to try is the um, to try out like Giant Trunade with some other card. There we go. Giant Trunade with some like equip spells and different things like that. Maybe not even equip spells necessarily, but like continuous and just bounce them back and then you reuse them for library. I find it hilarious that when people were playing Exodia for fun back in like 2015 or whatever, people were actually complaining about Royal Magical Library and like these burn strategies. Like, how are you losing to these with your top tier deck? It's pretty embarrassing. But they found a way to try, and they found a way to cry. So they did a lot. And the Yu-Gi-Oh fan base hasn't really advanced too far because they're still whining about cards that shouldn't even be thought of, be touched or whatnot. But you know, that's what they do. So that's what they're going to do. I don't really want to mallet and minus myself inherently. I want to see. Ooh, it's discard 2, draw 2. For some reason I thought it was draw 2, discard 2. Okay. I did need the other Endymion though. I did need him bad. Now see, I like this deck a lot more once you go for Xyz and Links because you could just synchro link or see these off, and then you could just blow up their board. Right now, you go Exciton, you can go Utopia Lightning, you can go for all kinds of different options, but you can't on here. You had to actually think. How dare us try to think. We got Upstart. Okay, I've got 3 Into the Void, so I'd have no Exodia pieces in hand. Well, here we go. You use one. Probably going to be using all 3. Let's duality. 5 out of 17. No. No, don't. Okay. Whew. I'm going to say don't just screw it up already. I mean, it's very possible that I win here. Okay, then Demian 3 off you. Get another draw. And 3 off you. And it's going to be close because I'm going to be drawing some pieces. I actually have all 5 pieces of Exodia in the deck out of 13 cards left. That's wild. You don't see that too often. Let's cut. Okay, I'll take 2 draws. Wow. It really doesn't want to give me the pieces. Well, I know there's 2 pieces in the deck profile, so I really don't think I accidentally didn't put him there or something like that. I'm thinking I've got this one. This is no interaction, but I'd rather play this no interaction than no interaction on, set up your board. But I still actually prefer no interaction other than I actually have a way to build no interaction on your turn, but you're going to try to play, and I'm just going to set it up. Like you try to play and then the artifact site. It's like, okay, I understand. That's a card that should be kind of used and so forth, but it's just really annoying from my standpoint. Where it's like, okay, just either set up your board so we can go to the next game, or don't. I'm getting real concerned that I don't have a full set of Exodia pieces in here, because you're telling me that out of 4 out of 6 of my cards are Exodia here. I literally have, there's no two ways about this. I got it. And that's my last non-Exodia piece right there. Take another draw. I'm going to assume that there's no head in here. This is hilarious to have on camera. It's possible, but it's very weird. I'm just going to set some of these so it's not so annoying to look at in my hand. Okay, the very last cards. The last 2 cards. How about that? They gave me quite the situation going on there. I mean, that was pretty simple. Just an Exodia build. Didn't have to think much. Thought I'd relax a lot more on that than I did, but I didn't. Alright, so what deck is next? Warriors. I've done Warriors, Black Wings. This is Diva Zombies. And I am not real familiar with what you really even are doing with Deep Sea Diva besides getting another monster out of the deck. I know Future Fusion was busted, and then you go Malicious and something else. Because I think you just go Diva into a second Diva is all you do, and that gives you your situation of basically you need a monster in Diva and then you get another one. So it kind of just replaces itself. Dust shoot. I actually drew it. Daedalus. I don't want you on the board. 4 low. Okay. Whew. Yikes. Not as good as a zombie card. You can go back to the deck. Man, dust shoot's fun. Nightmare Penguin. And now let's be broken, because we can summon out anything. What is it like? It's something stupid, the amount. 2,000 or less defense. It's a lot better in the actual build. No blood would be nice. I could go Zombie Master. I don't want to hold it. I should only playing 1 Zombie Master here. This is more of a, like, very fast-paced type deck or build. Oh, cool. Okay. Hydrogeddon. Thing is, I'm seeing this as a very big spam. Like, one card's going to lead to a lot of nonsense here. Like, I don't know that I can win this turn, but I theoretically could. Like, I have a brain control, a mind control, I've got 2 tuners, and I've got recursion. I think I'm doing okay. Actually, I don't have the recursion, but I don't think I need it. Okay, Diva. See if he has anything on the response there. Go for the second Diva. Only playing 2 Divas, huh? I guess that's all you need. Sure. Yep, still alive. Over 30 minutes. Cool. Okay, so I can go for an 8. Go for a 6 if I steal one of those from. Just taking your opponent's card is so disgusting. Like Snatch, Steal, all of these. I think Snatch, Steal is probably the best card in that zombie deck. Just in the fact of taking so many games. Or taking a monster that you really needed. And it's like, Snatch Steal is one of the best cards, but it's also in the fact of, do you really want Snatch Steal, or would you just go for, wow, I have Go-Yo too. That's gross. Or would you rather get, choose Painful Choice or something like that? Pot of Greed. Painful Choice, Pot of Greed are probably 2 of the only cards that I'm gonna pick for my band card I get to play with. So I've got a Go-Yo here. Or I have Bryanak. I got Bryanak bounce. 2 cards. I don't need to bounce 2 cards. I'm not really planning to win this turn. I didn't really even think too much about trying to win this turn. So, not too big of a problem. And I can still go for the Bryanak if I want. I'll have no backup play next turn. I will brain control it though. For now, brain control, dude. It's just so annoying that when they rerouted that, now no one plays it because the monster has to be normal summon, has to be able to be normal summon, I believe, and that locks you out from so many possibilities. I mean, if this was a trap card that said that, and it said it had to be normal summon, sure. I mean, that would make it a little more playable, I think, almost, even if you're slow. I could be totally wrong, I'm just throwing out ideas, but I don't like what they did. Brain Control was one of my favorite cards, and does that even have to be face up? I was gonna say, I think it has to be face. Yeah, just Change of Heart can be face down. That's stupid. We have Brain Control, Change of Heart, and Snatch Jail Eagle in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, that's crazy to think about. If I bounce this thing, it's gonna be a problem. Gotta watch my zones too, because he gets to flip that. So basically, 8,000. Not even close. So you're going to get rid of it. Well, let's see. What do I have? 49. 5. I got 7,000 damage here. There's no way to get the last 1,000. So we can give up on that. Okay, not bad. We go for Gaia or Urquizus. Ooh. Let's go Urquizus. so you got 18. I've got more than that here. Ends up his own. Well, I mean, I'm not going to even do that. I'm not even going to attack with Iroquoises. I'm going to attack with Goyo. But that's how it goes. We'll go for the Goyo. Attack, destroy, take the monster. Good thing it said defense mode, or that card probably would have, I mean, whew, yikes. It would have been very broken. Once again, another card they errated. I've been thinking for quite a while on some videos to do, and just kind of held in my back, my back pocket. Yu-Gi-Oh! Related and non. Basically, I'm thinking about reviewing some of the errated cards and how badly they got hurt. So I really would like to do that. Are you tuner? Doesn't really matter because you ain't getting another turn. Tuna, salmon, whatever you are, I don't really care. You're not getting another turn. No, I'm not tributing for that thing. But that's fair, it should have been a high level. So it'll be master. Can't even use effect. Use this effect. Here's some damage. And Goyo finish. Ah. It's fine. I'm thinking of like my favorite cards, my favorite deck. Like I used to have all these ideas written down and whatnot, and then I got lost with it. I feel like I just needed to do an updated, some updated options before I just make a video and whatnot. It definitely is possible to see some upcoming lists and whatnot. I've always been a list type person. I really love lists. Do them every, weekly, monthly. I do them all the time, if not daily. So I reckon we saw that it does some pretty good work, for sure. This deck doesn't take a whole lot. I mean, it's win conditions, 5-headed dragon. You can stun them out and then win that way too, but control them out. 5-headed dragon's your main way to win. Your quick way to win. Excuse me. I'm actually writing down some options here. Decks. Formats. Cards. Erratas. The problem I have with a lot of these is, I know it doesn't really matter, but it bothers me a little bit that everybody has already done the same topic so many times. It's like, even if my list is totally different, it's still the same type of list, more or less. So it's kind of like, is that really what you want to do? It's not really what I want to do. So generally, I just don't really want to do it. I haven't had a whole lot of time to do it. It's just been on my mind for something to think about. We're just going to start filling the grave. Dragon's Mirror, first hand. It's not Future Fusion, but I'll take it. Even polymerization. It's weird because you have basically polymerization and you have Dragon's Mirror. They're totally different. In different cases, they're both good. And that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been good at. Two similar cards, they always have a situation like that where one's a really good in this situation, one's really bad at that. I remember, Breakthrough Skill versus Fiendish Chain. I was always a Fiendish Chain fan. But I understood Breakthrough Skill was good because it basically is like kind of like an impermanence now. I just saw how good that Abyss Soldier is. Had to MST the Solemn. That, oh, we can start going for 5. I can get 5-headed dragon right now. Oh man. Yikes. Now if I were smart, it'd be worth the wait to not Dragon's Mirror. But I don't think I'm being patient here. Because I do believe I have to wait 2 turns, right? It's always been the... Okay, yes. Yeah, the new effect is like you have to wait 2 turns to even Foolish Burial. Oh my god, I'm good. Excuse me. You gotta go and try to go for it, even with 2 back row. If you have it, you have it. Go for the other one, see if it makes a difference. Theoretically, it makes a difference. I also don't like how the battle traps are, available here. Another thing is, I don't think I'm playing 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal in here, which I should be. Maybe I am. Even 2. Okay, no, wasted the judgment. I mean, that was completely foolish. Oh, oh, that just figures. And that's what I liked about this old gameplay. You put so much into something just so you can lose it. Then you have to re-get it back. Nowadays, it's different than that a lot of times. Is how I see it. Just set the space. It's so nice it's not like quick effect, chain, negate, chain, negate. It's like, okay. Yeah, you're worth the MST. Let me MST my own future fusion. That would be a good decision. Oh, did he bring him back off that? Well, I reckon. Alright, 5-head. If he has a way to stop my attack and I can't get over that abyss, it's going to be a problem. I'm giving you every chance to tarantula me, pal. Got the mirror. Good. Game over. Hopefully. Even though I misplayed. And I took a big risk there on the Dragon's Mirror. Because I don't think I had another way if he bounced that back. Only played 2. Oh. Let's go take a look at the actual lists. I do like to separate these more into videos. Which I do want to do videos explaining a lot of these decks and builds and such. This isn't the burn. This isn't really nurse burn. It's more chain burn, if anything. Speaking of Burn, if anyone's a fan of Trick Stars, they just got new support. I don't know if anyone, how casually or competitively people are looking at this. I've been a pretty big fan of Trick Stars after a while. I didn't play them from the beginning or anything, but I kind of just was like, okay, this is a simple deck. It stops the opponent. It's kind of what I like. I enjoyed Trick Stars more than Altergeist even. I was like, yeah, let's give this a try. And I enjoyed it, ripping my opponent's hand apart and all that. I've always been a fan of that kind of stuff. Especially because the people who complain about getting sacked and all this stuff are setting up endless negates and all this, and I'm just like, okay, bud. Here's just a zombie deck. I don't even know that I've seen this deck anytime recently. But I want to play it because I'm a big fan of this zombie build. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite decks right here. This type of build. There's actually a card that I want to play in here. And I don't know if anyone even knows you can do it, but I have an open spot. I don't even want to think of anything else. I'm pretty sure this card existed. Or maybe it didn't. I sure hope it did. Doesn't look like it did, though. Is it a dragon? It takes two No. It's a zombie that takes two dragons. Or is it a dragon that takes two zombies? The dragon neck or another soul dragon? Maybe it did come out after this. But I was really hoping that it was out. Because if it were out, I'd be having a heck of a fun time with it. Guys, I actually can play Legacy of the Duelists and whatnot as well on here. Link Evolution. So hopefully I'll make that kind of content. I'm still enjoying 2010 type play. I just really enjoy it more than even newer banless stuff. I mean, I like how on Link Evolution you can play with anything, but it's kind of like a situation where I've been really enjoying going back playing this for a while. Because I wouldn't say I haven't. Yeah, I haven't really played a lot. I'll say that. Yeah, I really haven't played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh at all. I haven't really been playing Link Up or the video games either. So I've been doing a ton of Pokemon stuff though. Just beat Ruby, Sapphire, working on Platinum, working on what's the other one? Soul Silver, transferring stuff every day. Doing a lot with it. Okay, so I can Armageddonite, get a Foolish, then Monster Gate. Or I can hold, right here is basically Go-Yo. Yeah, I love zombies. I love the zombie stuff. Oh, excuse me. It's always nice to have brain control and control in the same hand. Not necessarily right now, but, that's how it goes. Yeah, I don't need you right now. The Go-Yo. No point in going for Bryanek. I just really love the cards that are used in here. I really hope I get to gush over them in my hopeful videos here explaining some of my cards. But it's such a task for doing it when you have to read all the cards and all this. Like, I understand some people go on here and they just go like, oh, go your guardian. Okay, Earth level 6. Warrior synchro effect. One tuner and one or more non-tuners. This is what it's good for. This is what it, But I'm not overly trying to do that if I don't have to. Okay, so let's go all in here. Oh, I can't. Well, I can on main phase 2 though, because I can tribute your monster if you don't stop me. Oh, rescue cat, hello. That would just be so disturbing. Oh, that's nasty. You can solemn warning. Go your guardian's effect. Didn't even overly think about that. Probably should have, but I didn't. I could just go for the monster gate. But I like the Vampire Lord here. Save the monster gate for later. See if I need it. Can I monster gate this thing? Oh, destroyed. Okay. It has to be destroyed. Yeah, I remember Silent Castle playing the vampire stuff on me and ripping all my hand apart. My hand, my deck, with the Vampire Duke, the Vampire Lord, our good old phone duels. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm scared to death of that cat thing. I do not like that cat. Bye. I don't like him just reborn in his cat. Because that thing can make an easy synchro play and then get over my stuff or whatever. It's not a situation I want to be in. Pyramid Turtle. One of the other best cards in the deck. At least back in the original, structure deck. When you're playing against the structure decks against each other. Oh, man. You need someone up to 2 more. Okay. Sure. You get a gain 1,000 every time they're destroyed. It goes back to Kasami and Spidey on Underground Nimble Mamanga, man. That's something. Let's get rid of this Nimble Mamanga and get a monster gate. Well, I like to hold that oppression. I like to hold that judgment. I like to hold the foliage. I like to hold the cold wave. Oh my gosh, that's disturbing. Yeah, I really like those cards. It's one of those deals where it's like you can't have them laying around though. The reasoning monster gate because stuff like that. You can't just have them at 3. I mean, I really like it to have them at 3. It's just like you get Effect Veiler and you have that and you can keep playing. There's different options here. Alright, we're going all in here. Got a giant Trunade here. Gonna bounce it. Throw a couple thousand points of damage at you. Ha ha ha. Okay, brain control. We're gonna take you, MK Ultra, Project Monarch. Not a good situation. They do to people, and that's why people are so messed up in the head. Every day. What level? 5. Why are you a level 5 tuner? That is hilarious. Gotta go for the gore strategy. You gotta see if he has the gores. Attack with the weakest all the way up. And that's generally how I do it because like things like Call of the Haunted, there are a lot of reasons. Now Vampire Lord can take a card out. Is that enough? Nope, still not enough damage. I don't like throwing monsters in his grave. I do like throwing traps in his grave though, because you never know. You might hit a good trap. You want something like Gaga Cowboy, you wouldn't have game here. Okay, you'll have your 8 back. Well, that didn't work as well as I thought it would. They could have just attacked the 8, stolen it, and that situation. Now he's got a chance to come back. looks like he doesn't have much. Yeah, I should have put my stuff in defense too in case of a mirror force. But it's alright, because he didn't have it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this here. I'm having a good fun time just messing around. I like to do this where, I have a TV, I can do this, just play. I don't necessarily get a whole lot of time to do it. It's hard to have a TV and quiet and focus. This is the longest I've really gotten doing this for a long time. I like this build. I don't exactly know what you do with it. I don't understand the Gravekeeper's Guard and all that. I mean, I shouldn't say I don't understand it necessarily. It's someone else's idea. I didn't do this. Clearly. Trying to do this for as long as I can here. Well, I'm going to start my actual list here. Let's go up against something really good. Monarchs, Gladiator Beast, something. Oh man, Gladiator Beasts are such a pain in the butt. Let's play against this thing. Those two decks both give me unwins where I didn't want to play against them at the moment. I actually struggle a lot of times before a video on what I'm going to say because you haven't started. So if you don't start, you don't continue type deal. So you can continue after you start, if that makes sense. Man, it'd be nice to have like a Marauding Captive and a Krebins. Should Rhoda first, but maybe with a draw it would help me. Okay, Reaper's Curse. Alright, sure. Probably going to be holding the Krebins. Well, I reckon you go Armageddon Knight here, right? Oh, Necro Garden is a warrior. Interesting. Or do you go Gref? No, you go Armageddon here. Nothing else you can say Necro Garden. But you're going to be sending Plague if you have it, which I don't understand why you wouldn't have Plague. You send the Plague. You put a card back on top of the deck that you're not worried about anyways. Then hopefully you can go, take your opponent's monster, make another Synchro next turn. You have, stop, blow up board, stop your opponent. It's kind of disgusting. And that's just what I enjoy about this so much is there's so many generic cards where it's more like the new generic cards are just so weird. I'm just not as big of a fan of them. I just don't have the nostalgia for them. I don't know. Maybe I guess that's it. But I just like the days of like everybody would play Solemn Judgment, everybody would play Heavy Storm, everyone would play these type cards. And yikes, that is one you Judgment. Fortunately. And then you do Snatch Deal, and then I cry. But I have Heavy Storm. You still gotta wait a turn for it, bud. Unless you got the double summon. Cool. Alright, Curse. I'm kind of scared. Don't want to curse yet. Play that curse card as joke for swearing. Curse. You go into what it actually means. Not swearing, but spells, evil, satanic crap. Definitely don't want to do any of that. That is not a good situation. But I'm assuming most people here do not understand what I'm saying, so it is what it is at the moment. So what I'm doing right now is I'm writing A to Z, and then I'm sorting them by monsters, spells, traps, and extra deck, and then I've got extra, and I've got 5 for one side page, and then naming off monsters. So, okay, so that sucked. Well, yeah, you had the DD lady, so Yugioh was gonna go. So now I have a 5 if I can go for. Okay, I've got Catastor. He's pretty good. Excuse me, Android. Android would be nice, but do I need him right now? Not overly. Excuse me. I like the Catastor. That is kind of hilarious, though. If you get, Gravekeeper's Curse, and you can just drop the Gores because you take damage. I want to do a list of like maybe top 100 of each card, of each, monster, spells, traps, extra deck, is what I'm thinking. And really, really try. So I'm actually going to write down the cards that I have in front of me here that I think would have a chance to make the list. Okay, so I've got the Wind Blast, this Cold Wave's just sitting there, mostly. Is it this the best play? Not necessarily, but sure. Heavy should finish it. Unless he does. Oh, nice. Nice hit. And that's why I went for it there. It actually ended up working out for me. I just want to show off my next draw. I was going to say, please don't get a free summon or something. But I did give him a free draw, which that was misplay. And there we go. I like to do maybe like favorites over best because they're both subjective, but I like my personal opinion to come out more than just these are the 5 best cards, whatever. I want to play this deck, but it's just I don't think it's ready. Let's give it a shot, but I don't think it's ready. It's basically a version of Yada Lock, but you can't play Yada and Emperor. And it's a little difficult to do. And now we have Yada back, and it's nothing. So I don't know if they'll ever. Well, I mean, they probably might as well just put Yada back to like 3, but you would think theoretically it never would be. Really tempted to just instant. I don't even have a target. Yeah, it's basically tempting. That's the word I'm thinking of. It's tempting to just card destruction here. Let's build a little bit of a board here. Very different here. You can go for an exceed or a link play, extend your plays, but you can't. And a gold Sark. Honestly, a lot of times I pick a card that I really don't even care about. Like, I pick a card that I really don't want to draw. This thing. Because that's a brick. You can do either one. You can kind of do the one, something in the middle ground, which would be the smarter play. I see why this thing was one. That's just so good back then. Summoner Monk into Summoner Monk into Summoner Monk and something else. You wouldn't think that's necessarily that great, but I'm not wasting that. Whole deck will get blown up. I mean, maybe there's something to be said for that. Maybe I should. Let's just Monster Gate. Screw it. Either gonna hit Yada or Honest, I think. Just show off the deck. The deck's so unfinished here. It's kind of wild. So it's in the deck a little bit. This is completely dead. I shouldn't do that because now whatever I draw, I have to set. Okay, it's dead anyways. So I'm going to lose my hand off into the void. Okay, cool. Remind me, I'm writing down some of my options for top picks. Okay, I mean, I'm not real interested in the commentary and stuff. Okay, you're gonna gain 800 extra if all your face ups if everything in your grave is the same type, but you don't have anything in the grave right now, which is both things you have to be smart about. So yeah, Yada can't be special, so I reckon that's a situation here. I'm gonna get to the point where if I kill anything, it's going to help him. If that makes any sense. Is it just attack? Okay. Because now he's got a monster in grave. I don't want to just sit here, guys. I'd rather lose than literally sit here with little to no chance of anything happening. Okay, you got Necrolord. Not gonna grave. I didn't realize how this deck wasn't done. It doesn't even have an extra deck that, your main deck has, what, 5, 6 cards at least? Okay, let's see him beat me down now. I mean, it's game over. We know this. Like I said, I apologize for that. It is what it is. I want to give mention to that card because it's just one of those cards I don't think too much of. It's Gold Sarcophagus. Cosmos, when that was at 3, yeah, why not? I mean, it still should be played, but, it's too fast of a format to go Gold Sark into Straw Man or in a town. Oh, wow. I had the Cyber Dragon. Well, I had the Cyber Dragons, I just didn't have the extra deck, so that's a little bit better. Okay, well, I didn't do as bad as I thought. Because at first I didn't even think I was trying to make a playable deck out of it. I think I was just throwing cards together at first. Okay, show off. Armageddon Knights and Bushi. Bushi. I can't stand that card. That's one of the cards that is getting written down for random cards I dislike. Morobushi, tore apart, turn from different dimension. What's that Shadow? Shadow Trap. Oh, I can't stand that thing. The one that keeps bringing them back, lets them fuse. Fusion Schism. Yeah, that card is a pain in my butt. I'll even put Shadow of Fusion on there just because I didn't negate it once and I lost because, and I don't know once a turn, so it didn't really matter. I don't really want to do Frog FTK at the moment. I don't really want to do Warriors. I'll do some Black Wings, I guess, if I don't have anything else I want to play at the moment. This is. Oh, excuse me. What is this? Hero Zombie Monarch. Cat Zombie. That actually looks really good. Doesn't look like something I built. Why is machine duplication here? Yeah. I was tempted to do it until I saw the machine duplication brick. And when I mean brick, I mean useless. That it can't be activated. Zombie here. Monarch, yeah, I'll do that one. Yeah, this is actually a lot of fun for me. I know it doesn't really seem like it, but to me, it's very fun. Just not real expressive necessarily. I don't overly exaggerate things. I actually am very much against that type stuff. I don't like clickbait. I don't like all that stuff. Was it banish, right? Yeah, banishes. Malicious. You might have to get banished. Oh, you can Armageddon. You can Armageddon send malicious. Oh my gosh. So good. So good. So good. I'm actually putting those down. Armageddon Knight. Destiny. Here. Malicious. Honestly, misplay or not, I don't want that sitting around. I think he's at 2, so even if I foolish, I don't think it does me a lot of good. Right here, I've got the free go, yeah, I should, well, I think I have Krevins in here. Basically a new version of Teledad, so it seems like. Like, we're gonna hit Teledad enough to where you're gonna have to do something different. And I realize here yeah, militia's definitely only summons itself. Yeah. Just realized I have to get rid of this without attacking somehow. maybe there's a way to do it off of Dark Arm. You banish. Yeah, you banish. Oh, that makes it so good. You can manipulate what you want to do. Play. This is actually wild to say, but I think I'm just gonna send the other one. I was gonna send Sangan for a second. I was like, no, let's just get the bricks out. I get Armageddon, and if Krevin's is a dark, go for Dark Armed. I don't know if he is a dark. Yay! Awesome. Almost play Light Imprisoning Mirror in here. I mean, what does it stop? It doesn't stop Bryonak, Yugioh, Stardust. I don't know what it stops. You go Bryo here? Bryo does the same as Dark Arm. Theoretically better. Let's Bryo. Put an emergency teleport instant fusion on the list for sure. Nope, not gonna priority here. Well, that's unfortunate. But I've got Dark Arm. I will Dark Arm. I'll banish you. Okay, it is one at a time. You. And Dark Arm for you. That's so good. That's so fun. Oh, man. Got this for the Plague. Whenever I want it. No, I don't feel like blowing myself up over my cards. It's so wild. Such a good card like Dark Arm Dragon. It's just... Oh, you don't see it anymore. Excuse me. It's not a card I've overly used, to be fair. To be honest with you. And there goes two of my best cards. Not being that awful. So it's still going. I don't know how much longer I want to go live here. This might be the last one. I've been trying to push here. This inflicts damage. It's on top card. This card's at the grave. Field the grave. You can add a zombie. Oh, and either grave. One of these decks played like one zombie master, and I think I bumped it to 3 because I had 2 extra spots, and kind of seeing why I did that. I put it all in here. Question is, do I care to win or not? I'm getting kind of anxious here, guys, honestly. I'm just like, okay, it's time for a break. Let's zombie here. See what happens off the attack. I could have went for Yugioh or yeah. Ideally. Okay. That actually could have been a big deal there. A foolish plague. Ooh. Oh man. It'd be nice to get that back and then have it for later. Yeah, I can't do it. I know, guys, if you're noticing, I've noticed several times here, I can misplay a lot just because I'm trying to get the most. Kind of overextending, but that's also part of what I do. Unfortunately, opponent's grave, special summon it, okay. Both those are interesting. Mirror match, sure, I'd go for it. Oh, I get to add. Well, I would go Mizuki here, but it's alright. Okay, I'm hoping within like 3 turns I win. Putting Spirit Reaper down. All this, putting Yugioh Guardian down. You don't go there, you go here. Stardust Dragon. Appaloosa. Baroness. Crystal Wing. Put Infinity for Cyber Dragon Infinity. Oh, thank you, Rain Control, for giving me a win. See, I misplayed so many times it didn't really matter. It's fun to just kind of screw around here. You don't have to worry about it being so competitive against the video game. I will rip a card out of your hand. And you had another Armageddon Knight. It's so wild. Armageddon Knight was it 3? Dark Grapher was it 3? These are, really good cards. They just hit them. They deserve to be hit. Kind of disturbing that they actually had them at 3 at the time. Both. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm pretty much done here for a bit. You give the game system a rest for a little bit, I think. Like to buy some packs. I don't even know. I think I need Super Poly still. I think that's one of the only cards that I need. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Love you guys. Have a good night.